Mm, wow. Hey, y'all. Purpose Girl here. And I'm just sitting here trying to figure out when was the last time that I took time and did hardcore prayer. Like, when was the last time that I really took time to abide? And it's crazy because I told you guys that in both my offices, my home office and my work office, that I have my power, his power chalkboards, and they have been on my power for days. And it's not that I didn't notice, and it's not that I didn't think I needed his power. It's that I'm off balance right now. And so I learned something about myself during this 21-day challenge. This 21-day challenge represents something else on my plate. And so I had my plate, and, I've got work, I've got home, I've got school, I've got church ministry. My plate is pretty full. I got a pretty full plate. But this 21-day challenge scooted onto my plate, and it tilted things, and it made me a little bit unbalanced. And I'm up a little bit later at night after the challenge. Sometimes I'm up doing other things, and after I get on live, and I'm realizing that I'm waking up a little more tired. And so I'm not doing my daily devotion time and my daily time where I just abide in Jesus. I'm not doing that in the morning before I head to work. I'm sleeping a little longer and then dashing out the door. And so today I realized, I felt this deep need and craving for my time with God. And so I realized that in adding a new ministry or a new thing to my plate, that's every day. This is every day for 21 days. My life has gone out of balance just a little bit. And so some of the things that I would normally do, I'm not doing. And things that I wouldn't normally do, I'm doing. And so it's in this moment that I need to, last week, facing poverty through food, that if I'm not very intentional, that would throw me off balance, because then this week I would begin to binge on junk. Like, I would eat all the things that I couldn't eat last week, or I would eat lots of popcorn or chips. That it's gluten-free, it's dairy-free, so I'm not like damaging myself, but I'm not eating as healthy as I could. That is what if I was not super intentional, that's where I would be this week. And so I was super intentional about that, but I wasn't super intentional about my daily abiding time with Christ. And so what I realized is that when new things crop up in my life, I have to be super intentional about my time with him, especially if it's a new ministry thing, because how can I minister to anyone else from a place of empty? How can I, talk to someone else about freedom or changing your mindset if I am not going to God every day for the freedom that I need? And so right after I jump off with you guys, I am going to, when I say I'm going to revel in my time with him, I'm going to Bible journal, and I'm going to get some hot cocoa. I already made the cocoa, it's waiting. I'm going to get some hot cocoa. I'm going to get my Bible journal. I'm going to read. I'm going to pray. The other thing that I realize is that when I am not having my daily abide time, not only do I not have the power, but I also intercede for others. And so when I am not talking to God for me, I'm also not talking to God for others. And so that was kind of one of the things that jarred me. I'm in a prayer group, and someone posted something that they needed for someone else, and I did go to God on behalf of that. But then I thought about it. Oh man, I haven't been interceding for people on a daily like I usually do. And I haven't been interceding for me. And I've been noticing that my temper is a little shorter with my children. And I've been noticing that I've been complaining more. And I've also been noticing that I'm grasping for straws when it comes to pouring into other people. I'm really like, okay, what do I say? And normally, because I'm in my daily time with God, He's already prepared me for what I need to do. So that's the thing that I realized with this 21-day challenge. I've been doing all these other things, and I've been every night jumping on with you and kind of pouring into you guys, but I haven't been filling up with God on my daily prayers. I have been doing my deep breathing, and I've been doing some of that with my clients, and that's been really good. I have been facing poverty in my attire and not being snazzy or, all fashionable or anything. I've just been, you can see I'm wearing just a plain gray tee. When I was getting ready to jump on tonight, my husband was like, is that what you're wearing? And I'm like, yep, that's what I'm wearing. So I've been doing good with all those other aspects. Today, I was really grateful. I got a chance to, I was at a training, and it was near my husband's job. So I got a chance to have lunch with him randomly in the middle of the day. So I've been doing really good. If you are on, tell me how the challenge has been going. Tell me something that you're super grateful for today, or tell me how you were able to thank someone today. Because honestly, I ended up thanking my husband for having lunch with me because it kind of did make my day. But tell me what you're thankful for, what you've been struggling with during this challenge. I just let you know that I've been struggling actually because of the challenge and because of my preparation and all that I'm doing to get ready for the challenge. I've actually slipped on my daily prayers. So is there anything that you are struggling with during this challenge? I'm looking to the chat. So you can just chime in. Let me know what's working, what's not, what kind of revelations you're having. And I will, if I see your comment, I will definitely highlight it and we can talk about it. If not, if you're watching this in playback, please feel free to drop it in there, because I definitely do read my comments for the videos. So I just want to stay in the vein. These next couple of days, I said we're going to be talking about forgiveness because it is a process. And so many people, just something happens and they're like, okay, I forgive. I don't want to be caught up with hate or whatever anymore. So I just forgive you. But the truth of the matter is forgiveness is a process, just like grief is a process. And you don't just get over really hurtful things that people have done. Sure, if somebody mashes your toe in the store, I'm Jamaican clearly because I said mash your toe. But anyway, if someone steps on your toe in a store and they say sorry, you're like, it's okay. Oh, yeah, it hurts, but it's okay. And you're not even thinking about that thing when the pain subsides. You're not thinking about it again. You're not looking for that person. You're not angry with that person. That's one type of infraction. But when someone assaults you, offends you deeply, when someone ignores you or marginalizes you, when someone takes something from you, or when you are left with this, when someone betrays you, these are not things that we can just say. When they say sorry, you say, oh, it's fine. Because what happens is we still feel that pain. Even though it's not on the forefront of our minds, that pain is still there. So the second step in the process, yesterday, the first step number one, was to acknowledge the infraction. What happened and who did it? And so that was step one. Now, step two is acknowledge your emotions. A lot of times people don't want to acknowledge their emotions because they're like, nope, I'm not going to let that person know they hurt me. Nope, that ain't hurt. Girl, bye. Boy, bye. And I'm not thinking about you. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. That's why you're in your feelings. And that's why every time somebody mentions their name, you like, and you all up in your feelings. And it's evident because your breathing elevates, your voice goes louder, because you are still trapped in the pain and the hurt of what happened. But a lot of times we are not able to deal with that hurt until we actually acknowledge that it exists. A lot of times, hurt is masquerading as anger. And we're just like, now I'm mad at her. She's trying to play me. I know she ain't trying. No, you're hurt. She hurt you. She betrayed you. She took something from you, and you are feeling that hurt. And when we acknowledge that someone hurt us, someone chipped our armor, someone caused us pain, then we can also delve into why did that hurt so much? There have been times in my life where, like I said, I've been hurt by friends so many times. And what I realized is that all my life, I've just been looking for love. And so when I find someone who I think loves me and then they betray me, that thing is a terrible blow for me. But the second part of that is that I don't like things to catch me off guard. Like, if I believe someone is good, someone is nice, someone is kind, and then they do something that completely undercuts me or betrays me or hurts me, I'm caught completely off guard. Case in point, if someone that I know has a nasty attitude says something nasty, I'm like, there she go again. Child, I'm gonna just pray for her. But if someone that I believe loves me and is in my corner and is there for me says something that undercuts me, I'm like, because I didn't expect it. So once I was able to acknowledge the hurt, then I was able to think about, why did that hurt me so much? An enemy could have said the same thing and it wouldn't have hurt so much. So why does that hurt so much? And so there are other things at play. And when we acknowledge the hurt, then we get to delve into why. And that gives us insight into who and how we are. So for me, if I really love someone and they hurt me, that's catastrophic, or it used to be. But now I have made the decision to understand that everyone makes mistakes and that the people who love me will even hurt me. Sometimes they will hurt me because maybe they're talking to me from a place of hurt, or because maybe it was just unintentional. And so that gives me the opportunity now to deal with my hurts differently and to deal with the person differently. Now I can say, my husband loves me. And so he said that and it hurt me, but I am choosing to give him the benefit of the doubt that he did not intend to hurt me. And as a result, now I am going to take different measures. I'm not going to cut and run. I'm not going to shut him out. I'm not going to give him the silent treatment. I'm not going to do that because I'm working from a premise that this person loves me and I don't think they meant to intentionally hurt me. So I'm going to do something different than I would normally do when I was working from a different premise. And I don't want to tell you what I would do because that's a subsequent step. That's another step in the process of forgiveness. So the first step is acknowledge the infraction. Recognize that something wrong was done. Don't sweep it under the rug. Don't try to forget about it. Don't try to brush it off and walk away. Acknowledge that someone did something that hurt you. What did they do and who did it? And then the second step is acknowledge how that thing made you feel, how that alters your behavior, how you are feeling really. Don't just take it that you're angry at them, because hurt often masquerades as anger. So if you're feeling anger, take a moment and delve a little deeper and see, am I hurt? Am I feeling betrayed? Why? Why am I feeling that way? What's really going on with me? And so those are the first two steps. We're going to deal with the last three for the next 3 days. And I'm really excited about it because, y'all, I want to tell you, embracing the process of forgiveness has freed me in ways that I don't even know how to express how free that's made me, because forgiveness is for me. It's for us. It's not for that other person. It's for me. It's to free me so I can feel healthier. It's to free me so I will not be bound up and trapped in hate and anger and hurt and bitterness and resentment. And so I really want you to lock in with me for the next 3 days as we finish out the steps of forgiveness. And I want you to, that first day when we talked about forgiveness, we looked at a little activity that you can do to help you. It's a 10-day activity that you can do. And you can even do that when we're finished with our all the steps of forgiveness. You can do that 10-day activity alongside or right after we finish all the steps. And I promise you, this thing has freed me like you will never believe. And I hope that it will free you too. And remember, from purpose girl to you girl, you are free. Now stay free. Have a good night, everyone.